I knew you'd show up. If you want to hear what the cards have to say to you about your week, have a seat. I'll tell you. And here are your cards for this week. Reversed Knight of Pentacles, the Twin, the Jump, the Dark, the Move, the Illusion. What I'm sensing here in the cards for you is that you seem to be focusing on the wrong things at the moment. You seem to be wasting a bit of time focusing on those things instead of focusing on what you should spend your time focused on. Welcome to Mystical and Whimsical, where I do Tarot Tuesday every week. If the following messages resonate with you, consider subscribing so you won't miss any Tarot Tuesday. And let's get back to the reading. There's an aspect in your life right now that you seem to be so concerned about, and it borderlines obsession at the moment. So here's what you're gonna do, my friends. Instead of focusing on those things, consider if they actually bring you positive changes in your life, or are you just focused on them because you seem to just be too controlling at the moment. You want to control every bit of your life. So the cards recommend that you just turn a blind eye on it. And then, as they say, out of sight, out of mind. If you do that, you can start focusing on what's more important, on what's in front of you. The reversed Knight of Pentacles here is saying that you worry too much about the past and the future. You are not staying currently at the moment. And your next card here, the Twin, this is telling me that you are currently too controlling. You might be too overbearing to other people, but you seem to be trying to control something so hard because you cannot help it. You just cannot help it because maybe it irks you, it bothers you that this thing is the way it is, and you want to change it in accordance to how you see it should be, on how you think this thing should be. So what happens is that you are taking away your focus from what's actually important. You're taking away your focus from the pieces of the puzzle. Instead of just focusing on how you're going to display these puzzle pieces once they're completed, you should focus on all the individual pieces. Focus on the right things. Focus on the most important things. It's hard for you to control yourself, but here's how you can control yourself. Okay, my friends? You have to think really carefully if this thing or these things that you are to focus on, that you seem to just be so controlling about. Think if those things will actually make a difference in the final product of whatever it is that you're doing. Will this thing actually show up in the final product, or will it just be one of those negligible things that if you don't do anything about it, the final product will just be fine without it? Because there's some tendency here that I'm seeing that you are thinking of so many things at once and you don't even know what's important anymore. You just want to control everything all at once, but that's not going to be possible, and that's impossible to do unless you have, of course, a supercomputer brain. If you do, I envy you. So pretty much the message here is turn a blind eye, and if something won't really matter in the long run, in the final picture, just turn a blind eye on it, and shift your focus on what actually matters. Because let's say that my analogy is you're building a puzzle, right? Instead of focusing on how you are going to display your puzzle, you spend so much time figuring out how you want to display your puzzle that you're not even focusing on what's actually important, which is building the puzzle, right? So just turn a blind eye on, realize that not everything will matter at the end. So maybe create a list or just have a sit down by yourself and think if all those things that you are concerned about right now, do they matter? By doing that, you'll be able to pinpoint the right things that you have to focus on in order to create a beautiful picture, to create a beautiful puzzle, right? And yes, so that is the message for you this week, Scorpio friends. If this message resonated with you, consider subscribing so you won't miss next week's Tarot Tuesday. I'll see you there.